Hello, everybody. Welcome back to X-Plane 11. My name is Micah, And today we are sitting in the Zibo 737-800, Zibo mod, of course, and we are in my new livery. I made this myself, first livery for X-Plane 11. I've done it for GTA 5 and a couple other games, but this is my first one for X-Plane 11. And Rob, you don't have to code to actually make these. All you need is either GIMP or Photoshop, and you can access it. So this is the Flight Club livery. Land Rover, it will be available for download if you are part of the Flight Club. It is going to be another little added benefit for Flight Club only members to have access to the liveries I make. So that, just a little bit extra benefit for those who support my channel. So if you want it, you're going to have to join the Flight Club. I haven't made it available just yet to them yet because I'm still tweaking it slightly, but I wanted to go ahead and show you guys what I've done here today. Let me get a little up here so we can go over the building. But as you see, it is a blue and white and silver livery, kind of reminiscent, kind of a mixture of between like a Delta livery and maybe like a Southwest livery, kind of merged together, kind of my own thing. This is, of course, on the tail and in between the and the Flight Club. That is actually a 737. I took an image I did some work on it, and just made it solid, basically, and put it on the tail in here. I thought it was pretty cool. I thought about putting it also in the engine nacelles, but I decided not to. But if you think that would look cool, I can do that as well. Anyway, so yeah, I made this today, and I don't have the tail number on here yet. I haven't done that yet. Like I said, there's still some things I have to do with it, but I wanted to go ahead and show you guys kind of how it looks, and I think it's cool. I like it. I've been wanting to make one myself, so here we have it. So today we're going to be flying from Atlanta to DC, and it's about a 2-hour flight after takeoff all the way to landing. So it's going to be a rather long stream today, as long as everything goes according to plan and I don't have any internet crashes or anything like that. If I do, it is what it is. I can't change reality for some reason that I have problems with my internet. Let's go ahead and get inside and get this aircraft up and running. I'm going to pull up X checklist like I normally do and go through the status here. All windows are not damaged. We'll go ahead and connect the GPU as well. And battery guard closed. Gear status. Make sure it's all green here. It is. Bus transfer should already be guarded and closed. Ground power DC. Master caution light is going to turn that off. And get our panel lighting on. I'm going to go and bring it all the way up, just in case I go through some clouds or something. And last one. There we go. Panel lighting's done. Wheel well light's going to come on now. Position lights to steady. Left, fire panel, there it is. Left, right. Extinguisher position 1, extinguisher position 2. Emergency exit lights guarded and closed. Fasten seatbelts, going to come on. And then 10 button. All that's up, flaps up. It's geared down. It is set idle, parking brake is set. And that is down as well. Good. All right, my selector is going to be HF1. Cargo fire test. Manual gear extension is closed. Circuit breakers, none are going to be popped because it automatically gives me non-popped. Stall warning 1. Stall warning 2. Flight recorder test and extinguish. Mic selector is going to be HF1. Make sure these are extinguished, on, guarded. Those are all good. That is off. Okay, left and right IRLS is going to nav. And I know I'm speeding through this, guys, because I know some of y'all don't like to watch me go through it in a regular small speed, so I'm just going through this as fast as possible. Guarded, we're going to test those. And MasterCard, we're going to test. Actually, this is what I meant to hit. Yep, make sure no bulbs are broken, which I know none are going to be, but going to go through the steps anyway. Going off, and 1 and 2 test. 1, 2. Barometric reference, we're going to change this to inches, and we're going to go and pull up the local barometric pressure. Atlanta next, and it is going to be 3020. So we're going to go ahead and change that here. 3020. And that matches about what the field elevation is, so that looks right to me. 3020. Are you guys hearing everything okay? There we go. I feel like it was too low. Can't hear anything. Okay, let's see. Minimums, that's right. So we're going to go, not radio, barometric. And our field elevation was what? 1022. So we're going to go 2022. Words. Pilot oxygen mask test. Good. And mock airspeed warnings 1 and 2. Takeoff config, test horn. And 1 and 2. Barometric pressure again. Inches and going to 3020. And this is also going to go up to 2022 for my reference for when I turn off the autopilot. Turn on the autopilot, I should say. 2020. 2022. Clock UTC. I'll change that to UTC. First officer oxygen mask test. We're going to hit that test button. All those are down. I'm going to hit the test button. Active. Everything's good there. Pull IRS position. Reference airport. Right there. Both those are done. And route. Origin and our destination is DCA. Flight number today is Flight Club FC 1001. That. All right. Now I'm going to pull up my, what do you call it? Words. The chart, my flight plan. Yes. Oh, hold on. I got to do this real fast. There we go. Zoom in here. 350 is my flight level. Looking for, what was my origin? 9 left. That's what we're going to be flying out of. 9 left. So we're going to go here. Runway 09 left. All right. So we're going to go routes next. And we're going to go to our routing here. So we are going to use an airway today, as we can see. So we're going to go Jackie 2, Kellen, and then Q56 to Kiwi. So we're going to go I think it's KIWII. Right there. Q56. Oh, come on. I think I have to do this. Oh, no. I want you to... I want to delete that. Oh, do I have to do it in here? Why is it not letting me delete that? It should be delete, and then you hit it, and it should delete it. Invalid entry. That's fine. We'll just do this. And then go route. Why is it not wanting to? Something is screwy right now. KDCA. All right. Now, what am I? Quebec 56. I think I have to put this in first. Invalid entry. It's not wanting to let me put in a via. Huh. It should. Invalid entry. That's strange. Let's try going through like this. And Jackie 2, 09 left. Right transition, Kellen. Yes, we are. And then we're going to go back 56. There we go. That was strange, guys. I guess you have to do something before you can actually put in that. That's nice to know. And we're dropping off a Kiwi. KIWII. There we go. That's what I wanted. And direct to waves. So arrival. You're arriving at 19. Looks like they don't have an ILS for 19. They only have an RNAV. That's fine, I guess. RNAV 19. Cap C3. Via waves. Execute that. And we're going to check the legs page. What in the world? It disappeared. What is going on here? Jackie 2, transition Kellen, 09 left. Arrival. RNAV 19. Cap C3, transitioning waves. And here we're going Quebec 56. Kiwi, KIWII. Activate. Execute. There we go. There we go. Go ahead and delete the vector. Don't need it. All right. I think we're back on track now. I'm not sure what was going on with all of that, but we've got all of that. So that is completed. And let's go back here. Let's go and set our fuel. So 7878. So about 7.9 will be our fuel. 7.9. And I need to calculate real fast what my payload's going to be. I have 140 passengers plus 6.5 tons of cargo. So 17,000 will be my payload. So 17000. Actually, I think it's supposed to be just 17. There we go. There we go. All right. Now we go down in here. We go to our performance, initial, pull that. Reserves. What is our reserves today? Pull up the charts. Reserves. 3.4. Cost index will be 30. And cruising altitude is 350. And the cruising winds. Let's see. At Kellen 350, it's 318025. 8/025. And top of climb, OAT, -52. Execute that, 7.9, your planned fuel. And that's all done there. We need to do our descent forecast. And let's pull some of these forecasted winds and stuff on our descent. We'll pull 310, 200, and 150. So 310 is 286.035, 286/035, 266.037, 266/037, and 264.032, 264.032. And altitude again is 310, 310, 200, and 150. And we'll execute that. Local QNH on arrival. Let's go and pull that up. We can do that by going into the airports here, pulling up KDCA. And pulling that up, which should be 3040. Execute that. All right. Go to our fix here. And we're going to be landing on runway 19. Radial again 10. 0.5. 3.5. Cabin lighting is already completed. Let's go and open those service doors up so they can get started on cleaning. Forward service, aft service. Forward and aft cargo can also unlock. Block fuel's already done. Let's go ahead and start our services. Welcome everybody. If you're new, welcome. I am sitting here in Atlanta. We'll be flying to DCA today. Overhead panel, all these are guarded. Delta brake comes on. It's no, auto. And pull this over. These are coming on. No fuel in the center. Do cross feed. You can check that 0 in the center. Close to having it, but not quite. That's going to off. Should come on, then off. Fantastic. Supply switch both normal. Left side window heats coming on. Hydraulic pumps coming on. Cabin pressure should be at 0. There it is. Trim air is coming on. Left to right fans. Left coming off. Left auto. Those are on, and off. Flight altitude indicator. This is going to 350. It's the inaugural flight of Flight Club 1001. I think I'm going to put the tail number might be something similar to that. Landing altitude. What is the DCA landing altitude? 15 feet, so we'll keep it at 0. All right. Wheel lights coming off. Wing lights. Logo's coming on. Wing lights staying off. Jack Nicole, my VVs in the FMC don't auto-populate. Any idea what that could be? I'm actually about to do that in a second, so hang tight, and I'll show you how I do it, and hopefully that will solve your be a solution for you. Flight director's coming on. Courses to SID VOR. Let me check the SID VOR real fast. It's like, you know what? I think I'm going to have to redo my Navigraph thing. Hold on. Because it's not picking it up. Let me go plugins, AviTab, toggle tablet, Navigraph, link Navigraph, open browser. Yeah, it disconnected for some reason. 1 second, guys. All right, that was successful. Let me go back over here, pull up my airport, Atlanta next. There we go. was like, I don't see the charts, and it's because it had disconnected. Every time you get a new data, it always disconnects for some reason. So anyway, departure, we are taking the Jackie 2 RNAV departure. Let's see what our course will be. We're taking off 09 left. So we will be right here. Excuse me. We'll be taking a 083 heading. So change that. 083. On both of these. That's done. Bank angle 25. Runway heading according to charts. 094. Initial climb clearance. Let's look at the charts and see what they have here. Listed as initial climb. 9 left. 1527 up to 10,000. So we'll go and put 10,000 down. 10,000 feet. That's done. Auto brakes RTO. Fuel flow reset. Oop. There we go. And system oil pressure. Hit the system button. 84, 84. That's good. Stabilize trim. Both are on normals. I'm going to stop the services now. Close those service doors. Open the forward entry. Pack car, that's already done. Flight leg, go ahead and start flight leg now. Alright, we normally do a briefing here to check the leg and everything like that. You pretty much already did that, but we're going to go through step here so we can see everything. Go flight plan. We'll pop it up to 20, and we'll start stepping. And let's zoom in here so we can see how this works. Okay. I like it. I'm good with that. We can roll with that. And don't have VR frequency at this point for aft once they are all loaded here. So we'll be almost off the ground here momentarily. All right, just got the call that they are all on board. So we'll go ahead and go to doors, forward entry closed, cargo doors closed, and we'll do our welcome aboard message.
Folks from the cockpit, I'd like to welcome you on board. We're ready up front. Everybody's closed up outside. We're just waiting to get some of our performance numbers and the clearance from air traffic control, and we should be underway. It's our pleasure having you on board.
So to do your
Enjoy the flight.
Your numbers for your V speeds automatically. A couple things. First, make sure you have your OAT temperature selected. Just hit the L1 button and it'll populate it automatically. Once you've done that, we could calculate the cell temperature, but we're not going to at this point. Takeoff. Go to takeoff. Make sure you have flaps entered 5, for example. Pull your center of gravity. Now you're going to have 137, 139, 148. What you're going to do is hit the R1, R2, and R3 buttons, and that'll automatically put it into your system as long as this is on the speed ref is on the auto button, which it should be automatically. 148 will be our speed there. Flight deck door. Let me go ahead and make sure that's closed here. Aviation Ryan 156, thanks for the description, man. Welcome. Go back to the main cockpit here. APU needs to come on now, so we'll go on, start, release. And we'll wait for this thing to come on. and we got to wait for it to operate for 1 minute loadlessly. And then we'll switch over power to the APU. Let me know, is the cockpit sounds too low? Do you want me to bring them up? Okay, switching over to APU. APU coming on, DC power's off. Disconnecting GPU. Chimes only. Auto, contact AGC, don't have to do any of that. Transponder code if as given. We don't have any. We're just gonna make one up here. Sounds pretty silent. Okay. Let me do something real fast. Sometimes I have to Alright, how about that? Is that a little bit better? Don't have to do that. Let's go ahead and get pushback started. And we're going to push back this direction.
Ground to cockpit, plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
Go and request them.
Ground to cockpit, tow is driving up.
And see them coming through the wall.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect. Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Release parking brake. Parking brake is released. Anti-collision lights coming on.
Starting pushback.
Left, right,
And
pockets
you may
coming
start
off.
engines.
And we're going to go and switch this one to ground. Switch this to engine so I can see. While you can for N2 hit 25 and we're going to increase fuel flow.
All right, we've got everyone strapped in. Give us a ring if you need anything.
25, increasing 1. And stabilize 20% in 1, switching to left, and ground. Increasing. All right. 1 gyros, 1 and 2 should be on. APU switch is coming off. Engine switch is going to
Operation complete.
continuous.
Go ahead and set the parking brake.
Yes, ma'am. No reason to yell. All right. Profits.
Disconnecting tail. Stand by.
A and B coming on. Isolation is going to auto, auto, auto. P bleeds off. Take off flaps as calculated. Flight systems full forward, full reverse. Looks like it's not. There we go. Full left, full right. Rudder full left, rudder full right. All right. Come disconnect us, please. Recall. Got to ATC request taxi clearance. Left, right windows. All right.
Tail is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have fun up there.
All right. See you next time. Go ahead and test the brakes here. Brakes good. All right, chimes only coming to on. 10 button. Go ahead and test that. Fantastic. Going 09 left. So we're going to take Lima all the way around. Looks good to me. See if LNAV will activate. It will. Auto throttle come to on. And the cabin lights are going to be set for takeoff now. Fantastic. Man, I missed flying this thing. This weekend I actually did get to actually fly. Of course, what are you doing, idiot? Of course, I was flying not as a, what would you say, not as a pilot, as a passenger. Flew up to Green Bay and back, and was flying. I flew in the 717-200, which I haven't found a version of that on the X-Plane store or org or anything like that. I would love to see a 717 created as detailed as the 737. The Delta loves to use 717s for a lot of their mid-range flights. Their 2 hours to 3 hour flights. They love to use those. But funny story. I got off the aircraft. I went to pick up my luggage, and that's when I realized I had an oversized bag, so I had to show my ticket, right, or my receipt that it was indeed my bag. And that's when I realized, oh crap, I left my laptop on the plane underneath the seat in front of me. So I scrambled over to the Delta counter and I said, listen, I left my laptop on the plane. Is there any way I can get it? Have they left yet? Because, they do 30-minute turnarounds. And yeah, so they were like, let me call. They called down there. They're like, no one's turned in a laptop. The cleaners, the attendants, no one saw a laptop there. I'm thinking, crap, someone stole it. and they said you're going to send someone back onto the aircraft and specifically look where my seat was, and there it was underneath the seat in front of me, and the seat in front of it. And they picked it up, they took it to the counter. I had to get a special pass so I could go through security again, and then went to the counter, got my laptop, went back out to my luggage, and it was just, I didn't get home till early this morning. Let's just say that. And it was one of those days. Oh, and that's not even it. Once I get to my car, right, I can't find my keys. I look everywhere in my luggage, all my pockets, everything. I can't find my keys. I eventually find it underneath a shirt inside of my bag. It was just one of those 5 minutes of frantic looking and going, oh my goodness, you've got to be kidding me. This is the worst ever. But it all worked out in the end, and I still have all my stuff, and I was able to get home. So, but it's just one of those nights, guys. It was just one of those nights. Weather radar, airport, terrain. Call to HC, request takeoff clearance, transponder going TARA. That is going blank. Mission lights strobe steady. Taxi lights coming off. Landing lights coming on. And we're gonna get on out of here.
knots.
80 knots.
V1, rotate.
Got some crosswind.
Positive rate.
Definitely some crosswind. Bumpy coming up out of here.
400.
I can switch over to autopilot if I want to. All right. Now we're waiting till we hit 10,000 feet. Up in the air, flying nice and clean. first flight of this aircraft. I think it looks gorgeous. A little bit bumpy coming out of Atlanta today. Reset both of these. Hope it's nice weather in DC for a nice landing. That would be great. All right, we're clear to our cruising altitude at 35. And about to cross through 10,000 feet. And 10,000. That's coming off. I gotta check our outside temperature. Still got 16 plus Celsius, so we're good. Don't have to worry about any kind of anti-ice right now. So yeah, we are going to be cruising up for a while here. So if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, recommendations, let me know. This is the perfect time to ask as I'm live. Still a good temperature. Should have pretty much smooth sailing, so I'll go ahead and turn these fasten seatbelt signs to auto here. Once we pass through our transition altitude, we'll make some changes. Landing gears going off. Auto brakes off. Terrain radar on the first officer can come off. Cabin preservation. It is within limits, so we're good there. Pressure selector is auto. Left and right's auto and auto. Fasten seatbelt sign is on auto. Go ahead and check there's no errors. Good there. Bank angles. Still 25. Once you pass through 300, we'll switch to 10. Fly an Indian route, especially new airport scenery available for Delhi and Istanbul and X-Plane. I'll have to do that someday. Honestly haven't flown a overseas route in a long time. I know there's some differences in transition levels and stuff like that. Policies, procedures, etc. I'm sure I'll do it at some point. Just like I do plan on flying actually overseas. So like flying from, I don't know, Atlanta to Heathrow or JFK to Heathrow or something like that. To cross the pond for the first time. And X-Plane. Of course, I'll need aircraft to do that. And I have a 767, which can do it. But I would like to have a 777. Or Zibo, if you could make a 787, that would be awesome. Just saying, I'd pay for it. Waiting for my cruising altitude so I can do some of the other things here. It's gonna be a rather lengthy flight, so you might as well buckle up, buckle in. Got a while to go. About to change this over to 10. Once we get 30,000 feet, we'll change the bank angle over to 10 degrees. And the reason for that, of course, is the higher you go, the less condensed the air is, the less lift you have, which means the faster you have to go, and the harder you turn, if you turn too sharp, you would actually lose your lift, and you would start falling, possibly stall. So you want to reduce the autopilot's ability to make drastic turns. Okay, so I disconnected for a second, but I came back, so I'm not sure what happened there, but I'm back, so there's that. Sir, other than the 737, do you also fly the Dash 8 ATR or A320, A350? I do fly the A320. Got some turbulence up in here. I do have a cold and dark video of the A320. It's outdated though. It's about a year old. I do have plans to make a new one. I just haven't done it yet.
Thousand to go.
I do not have the Dash 8 or the ATR or an A350. So it looks like we have some turbulence up here at 35,000. I'm wondering if it's going to smooth out or if we're going to still continue to have this going on here. I don't really have any bad weather in the area. It just might be some rough air. Might need to change altitudes here to try to reduce this turbulence. I don't know if I drop altitude if it's going to help at all. I can't get too much higher. It's definitely banging us around up here. Let's try dropping to 31,000.
1,000 to go.
Looks like it's still going to be turbulent at 31. So that didn't change anything. Let me check the what the weather is here. So at 350, we have those. Okay, well, I'm below that. So I'm not sure what you're wanting me to do. Guess we're just gonna have to suck it up and push through it. Is the, let me check this one more time. It's at 34,000. Let's try dropping another 1,000.
To go.
And see what that does here. Still kind of rough, isn't it? Still rough. Well, I don't know what to do. I've tried dropping the altitude. I guess I could try increasing altitude to like 38,000. I could try that. Let's go up to 38. Let's see if that that'll work. Let's go up 1,500 a minute. We'll switch this to Mach speed of 0.77. And see if we can climb to 38,000 and get out of this turbulent air. Try dropping 4. Now we'll try increasing 3. See how that does. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. Just letting you know we are going through some rough air. We're seeing if we can get up above it. We tried getting below it, and it seems to be continuing down. So we're going to try to increase our cruising altitude up to 38,000 feet and see if we can above this rough air. Please just be patient with us. Remain your seatbelts carefully fastened, just in case we hit any unexpected turbulence, including this. So just stay tight, and we'll be right back, hopefully out of this rough air, and so you can move about the cabin freely. Hopefully we can get about this rough air. I'm all about smooth flying. Come on now, smooth out. Smooth out. I want to be smooth flying. Smooth, smooth flying. Reset your max pressurization altitude. Oh, you are absolutely right. Whew, that would have been bad. Good point. Thanks, George.
Thousand to go.
Nope, looks like we're still going to be in for a bumpy ride. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, absolutely. I know that there are some applications out there that allow that. I just don't have anyone I'm going to fly with, I guess, yet. I do have a friend who I want to fly with at some point, but it's just finding the schedule. Our schedules don't seem to interact with each other very well. So it's a little bit rough. It's better, I think, than it was down below. So we'll stay at 38,000. We'll change the set fastest belts to auto. Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, we reached our cruising out to 38,000 feet. We're still a little bit bumpy air up here, but it's better than 34,000 that we were at. If you would, just remain in your seats when you can, keeping your seatbelts securely fastened just in case we hit any increase in rough air. If you do have the option, if you need to use the restroom or something like that, feel free to do so. But again, please stay in your seats as much as possible with your seatbelt securely fastened. Thanks. Hey, Jack. Thank you. Thanks for stepping by. Hope you enjoyed, and if you haven't already, subscribe. So that you can come back. But yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Let's check my progress here. So we are about 3.332 miles away. So we got a while to go. We're hitting our next waypoint here, and I don't think I'm really going to have to change my heading. But thanks for the heads up. Thanks for the heads up there. Got about another hour and a half of the flight left. Well, more like probably an hour and 15 till we land. About that. Yeah. We'll have plenty of fuel left over. So that's indicated airspeed. So the higher you get, the slower it looks in the indicated airspeed. I'm actually flying at Mach 0.77 because you got to think the higher you are, the air pressure is different. My ground speed is actually 447. So it's just the way that aircraft works. So it looks like I'm flying slow, but I'm really not. Yeah, I can do that, Nick. I'll have to do that. I may not get to it today or tomorrow, but sure, that's not a problem. I can do that. And Alan, yeah, I mean, it's not a mistake if you're flying above 300 knots. It depends on your altitude. If I were to fly at 300 knots right now, indicated, I would actually rip my plane to pieces. I don't even know if it could get up to 300 knots. Oh, you know what I do need to turn on? Dadgummit. I need these on. The temperature outside is negative 32 degrees Celsius. .466, you're learning to start the Zibo. And how to start. How did I learn to start the Zibo and how to set Fs free? So I actually have. That's a hard question to answer, and it's because I learned from a multitude of different sources. I learned from feedback from watchers, viewers. I learned from other YouTubers, Flight Deck to Sim, Q8, even Jeff Faviano, and other videos I don't even remember now. I did lots of trial and error. I read articles. I read tutorials, walkthroughs, watched surreal flights. I mean, so there's a multitude of different resources that I've dug into to try to learn correctly. It's all right, Adam. It's no big deal. We all make mistakes, including me, which George just corrected. You're not wrong, George. You're not wrong at all, actually. Normally you would be. We could go up another 1,000 feet, I think. I was just trying to get over some rough air, but that's a good point. We can go ahead and do that. Go ahead and increase. We'll do it at about 500. No reason to scream above or anything. I'm going to change my overhead as well. how long did it take? Man, I'm still learning. It's not it doesn't just end your learning process. I've also, so learning to fly, just some basics and things like that with Cessnas and stuff. I've watched some other YouTubers, some who are actually real pilots, instructors, which including is M0A, which if you haven't watched his video, is very informative for flying just in general. But it's obviously mainly focused towards general aviation, but good information. So one of the things he says, his kind of catchphrase, is that a good pilot is always learning. And that's absolutely true. So I'm still learning. I wouldn't say that it's, how long have I been learning? For years. I just haven't gotten there yet. Yeah, I need to reset data in the FMC as well for new cruising altitude and all that kind of stuff. Why didn't it... Okay, it did go in there. Alright, cool. And that's fine. Legs, checking that out, 3990. Yep, that's fine. That's fine. And descent, we'll keep that the same. Well, it says odds and max 39000. There we go. There we go. Now it inputted. There we go. I heard that Jeff Fine has done a video on the 737 Zibo and explained how to start, and he does the flight and explains what to do. He does to a point. He doesn't go extremely in detail, and that's because of the audience that he has. But you can watch it, yeah, and that'll help out. I think it's a little older though. You can go and set VNav again. $280 miles to go. Top of descent's 138 nautical miles away. Turbulence warning. I didn't know that was a thing. Let's see here. We don't need this anymore, or that, or that. We do need this. And we're going to pull up our approach. RNAV, runway 19. Our arrival, CAPS 3. RNAV arrival, and then the airport's information itself. Alright. So, we're actually coming in, I believe, right in here. I'll have to check my FMC to see exactly where we're coming in, but I believe it's either right here or right here, so it's going to be a short final, but 187 will be the final there. I can change my heading bug. I really don't, but go and change it right there. Thank you. This is my arrival plate. You can see coming off caps, come down, actually coming all the way out to packing, and then we're turning back around in. So that's the arrival. Track 208 to flips, and then track 208 to Mojo, then track blah, blah, all these different tracks. Victor's the final approach course. I'm just into doing a flight on the X-Plane 11 because I got an X56 joystick. My birthday was like 3 days ago, and I got X-Plane 11 on the same day, and I really can't stop thinking about Zero. So go ahead, man. I have some videos out there that you can watch that show you how to do stuff, and I have a cold dark video. I have an FMC and autopilot video. You can watch those, and hopefully that'll get you up in the sky. What time zone am I in? Eastern time. I am in Eastern time. So this is the runway we'll be heading. Runway 19. The course is 187. It's 7,169 feet long. The VOR is actually right here. So it's actually right off the runway, which is not bad at all. And coming in should, if I land in the right spot, I should be able to exit at either Gulf 1 high-speed exit or onto Foxtrot. Yes, I am. I am. Can you explain how you got charts in the plane on AviTab? I got SimBrief and NavGraph, but how do I load it into the tablet? Okay, Nick. So, what you need to do inside the simulator, go up to Plugins, go down to AviTab, toggle tablet. Then what you need to do is see where. I don't want to exit all of this. I guess I'll have to. That's whatever. So hit the X button, hit your NaviGraph. There'll be a button here that says link NaviGraph. Hit that. It brings up a browser. You log in, and it'll automatically sync your NaviGraph. Once you've done that, you can pull up the AviTab charts, AviTab button. Charts is a folder inside of the plugin folder that you can actually drop like your flight plan in as a PDF. Just download your flight plan and put it in there. And the airport, you type in the airport like DCA, and it'll show up like this with this information. Just hit this button, and then you can pull up all of these different charts because of your NaviGraph subscription. So that's how that is done. No problem, Nick. Not a problem at all. Still live map feature? Sure, I can do that. You go to the home button, go map, let it load. See, I'm flying over Burlington right now. Zoom out. It's pretty cool. You can see yourself flying and all that kind of stuff. You can track yourself. there's other settings. You can do aircraft overlays or not, but I usually just keep it on. You can install different stuff. You can use different topographical stuff, and if you want to, I just use default. But yeah, that's the map feature. So, interesting thing, I know that there are more people who've subscribed, but it's just not shown up. I don't know why it's not syncing properly, but I'm currently at, let's see, 1,462 subscribers. So thanks to all of you who've subscribed that I did not get notified on. I do apologize for that. Sometimes Streamlabs does not properly update it. Let's see if I can get it to do it real fast. I can refresh it. There's one. So Matt Camper subscribed. And for any others, I've not seen any pop up in the recent events tab, but obviously I know there's more that have, and it's just not pushed through. So I will have to see if I'll pull the widget here. And change this. And that should have fixed it. And it did. Fantastic. $60 nautical miles still top of descent. Change the heading bug. Yeah. But I usually wait till a little bit sooner. I just found that I'm usually way ahead of the game, which isn't bad to do, I guess, but I usually wait till about 40 miles out, which is we're about to get to, so. Go ahead and pull our RNAV approach. We'll set it at 1,500 feet will be our descent altitude, final descent altitude. Go and set that since we're not worrying about ATC telling us what to do. The final will be, was that 187? Seven. Keep the heading bug as is. Should automatically start decelerating anyway. Shouldn't have to do anything with that. That's great. Let's go and check the weather here in the DC area. Let's refresh that. Looks like we got winds coming out of 200, so out of the south, 5 knots. We got the visibility of 10 standard miles or more. Broken clouds at 6,500 as well as 25,000. Temperature is 16, dew point is 01. The altimeter will be 3036. So looks good. Looks like it'll be a pretty smooth landing, hopefully. Looks like we won't have much winds, which is always nice. And visibility is pretty good, so not too worried about that then. Let's go ahead and tune the ATIS 132.65. 132.65. Get that over. And approach 119.85. 85. All right, let's go ahead and do the cabin lighting. Go and bring that up to landing, and this will come to the white bright. And I'll wait for actually to start descending to give that message. I will continue on getting our information here. Washington Towers 119.10. Go ahead and set that. To the standby. As such, and we'll make this the approach 9.85 as such, and we're going to just gonna look at something else. Let's see. Let me pull up. So give me the VOR frequency. It'll be on this chart. 110, 111. So okay. You okay? So I'm gonna put that in as well. I'm gonna go and activate that one. On both sides. All Alright, we are getting close to our top of the descent here. It says now to set. ILS frequency not needed. Course is set. According to chart, bank angle will drop to, will increase to 2.5 once you cross 300. Still have enough fuel to make it to our alternate. It's looking fine there. It's like we're not okay, I was about to say we're not descending. Now we are. I was getting a little worried. Drag required. Okay. Ooh, we had some frame problems right there, didn't we? Seatbelt's going to come on fully. Let's go and pull. We're going to use 30. Okay, we're not wanting to automatically go in. No problem. We'll do it manually. There we go. Auto brakes will set 3. Normally you'd wait till you're closer to turn on these fast seatbelt sign, but we're passing through rough air. I just want people to go ahead and sit down and buckle up because it could be a little rough coming in here. That's already good. Already checked that, and it's should be all there. And still negative 16 degrees Celsius. We'll keep that engine and wing anti-ice on for now. especially as we'll be passing through these clouds. Once we see the continuous, as once we pass through these clouds, it's going to be cold and wet. Go ahead, Low Pro Master. Oh gosh, do I prefer Boeing or Airbus? So I've been asked this question before, and I'll give the same answer. I prefer Boeing, but Airbus is still really cool in and of itself. To me, even though they're the same category, they're different. So sometimes I might want to fly an Airbus over a Boeing, but in general, I like Boeing over Airbus. Exactly. That's correct, Lopro. Everyone has their own opinion. Having a side stick design is different, definitely. It might be more comfortable to actually fly in real life, not having that yoke in between your legs. It's now passed to 20,000 feet. Check the altimeter one more time here. Three 3036. Passed through 18,000 feet. Switching. 3036. Switching. 3036. Verify. 3036. 3036. Okay. Terrain radar. Moving on. Terms of local QNH. Not using that, so left front. It's 10,000 feet. Okay. That's all good. Another question. Embraer and Bombardier, yes. And which one of them do you prefer? Well, if I'm not mistaken, Embraer...
Ronald Reagan, Washington, NTNL information Mike. 1900 Zulu weather. Wind 210 at 5. Visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 6,500 broken, 25,000 broken, temperature 15, dew point 1. Altimeter 3036. Arriving runways 19, 15,
Switch to approach, and we'll get the tower set here. Embraer, I think, was bought by Boeing, so now they're kind of one of the same. Or Bombardier was bought by Boeing. One of the two were bought by Boeing. And I don't really have a preference between the two because I really haven't flown those aircraft very much at all. These can come off now. Everything's looking good. No issues so far. It's 58 miles coming from the south. Ronald Reagan approach. Flight Club 1001, inbound, runway 19, currently 56 miles to the south, crossing through 12,500. Has, I can't remember what was it, Zulu or whatever the ATIS was. That's correct. Low Pro are bought by bigger companies. Boeing bought up McDouglas. Guess you better plug in your tablet so it can charge. X checklist. X checklist. Yeah, I don't mind their aircraft at all. I think they're pretty good aircraft. I've never had any issues with them. I actually flew on one of theirs, which is the 717-200 used to be the McDouglas 95 until they were bought by Boeing. So it performed perfectly fine. So I don't have any issues with the McDouglas. I do plan on learning the McDouglas, I think it's 80, MD-80, yeah. That's in the game here. I just haven't done it yet. Let me go and check the ATIS again because it just changed. 3032 is now the new. Go and change that. 303. Oh, come on, 3032. One 807 knots. Put this at 20. Is the train radar on? Yes, it is. Delta don't expect luggage to arrive. I've never had any issue with Delta luggage arriving. It's never been a problem for me. The only airliner I've ever had an issue with was actually Southwest, and our luggage didn't make it. So take that with it as you will. I don't hold things like that against airliners. I know some of it's out of their control, based on the fact that baggage carriers and stuff. Let's go ahead and check our missed approach altitude today. Go up here. Our missed approach, we're going to climb to 3,000 on the final approach track to runway 19. This is, yeah, then direct to Baden and hold. Continue to climb to 3,000. So 3,000 will be our go round. Everything's still looking pretty good. On this approach. Plenty of fuel if we have to go around. Plenty of fuel if we have to divert. check my legs here. Say talk is where we'll think we'll until set. No grays and Derek. We actually will intercept all the way at Derek. So that's fine. So all the way at Derek. So we should be fine. Not too bad. That's really not that bad of a descent profile, actually. I love X-Plane but I have my laptop. Can't run it. CPU is slow and it's really hot when I run like that, so I'm planning on getting a PC. Well, technically a laptop is a PC, but if you mean a desktop computer, then yes. Absolutely get one. I think is definitely the best option if you're wanting to play any type of video game, including X-Plane 11, the simulator here. Which 737 is this? This is the 737-800, modified by Zibo. Latest 3.34 RC1, and the delivery I made, as you can see, the MM Flight Club, which you can join by hitting the join button below. $4.99 a month. Get access to Discord. Get access to that flight livery. Get emojis and all kind of stuff for live streams. That's already done, sir. Yes, there is 737-700 Zibo, and the 900 crew made one. There's also a 737-900 as well. I'm just waiting for Zibo and the 900 crew to make a 787. That's really what I want at this point. I'd love to see a 787. Yeah, I'm sure I'll get it, and I'm sure I'll fly it. I do remember the triples engine era. That's why all those aircraft had to have 3 engines for be able to go transatlantic or trans-Pacific in case you lost an engine. That's changed with the reliability of aircraft and stuff.
2,500.
We're getting close now. I'll go flaps. 1 here.
1,000 to go.
Got an aircraft off to my left here. I don't know if I'll be able to butter this. We'll see. You're coming down. This is always a weird approach in the DCE because of all the restrictions and stuff. You gotta be very particular. It's a very, very weird. Hold on. I think it missed the, yeah, it missed the approach, so I'm going to have to go do a loop here. It did not catch the approach. So hang tight. We're going to go 1500, do Alt hold. Hold 152, that's fine. And we'll go ahead and do a heading back like this. Yeah, for some reason, I've always had issues flying here into DC. With that approach, and having the FMC miss the approach into it. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. So I'm going to just make a circle here and bring us back into the area. And we'll just fly a manual approach here. So go around at 2 to 3,000. Drop flaps 30.
Thousand feet, stabilized, Mr. Birch, altitude set.
It's 145 actually, so 145. pretty high.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Come on, get her down.
$80 knots.
All right. Well, that was actually kind of a rough approach there, rough landing. It's because my autopilot, of course, screwed up and didn't want to work properly. That's okay. We'll go ahead and exit here on the right. I know most of it is out of trim. It's all right. Left and right landing lights come off. Position lights to steady. Left and right off. Position lights to steady. Responder out. Off. Contact agency. We are clear of the runway. All right. Let's go ahead and taxi to the gate here. Left directors both can go off. APU can come on. Airspeed buzz can go down to 100. Transition altitude +1. Cabin lighting. Yep. Probeats come off. These can come off. It just starts switches 1 and 2 to auto. All right. We'll look at that landing here in a second. Like I said, I've always had issues with coming into DC on that approach. There's some really tough last minute kind of things you got to do, and sometimes the autopilot just can't handle it, and it just overshoots pretty much how it's been every time. So that's okay though. Right there. All right, let's go ahead and do the typical. Let me go ahead and actually. Oh, wow. So my landing rate apparently is -88, guys. -88. Should look at that. All right, let's go ahead and not show map. Get away. Go. Go away. Toggle replay mode. That's what I was looking for. That's not us turning around. Keep in mind, this was 100% manual landing. But I way overshot that initial landing point. And touchdown. Not too bad, I guess, for everything that went on. Not too bad at all. Let's go ahead and toggle, and we'll toggle again, and we'll bring it back to, let's see, let's reverse it here. Let's go right here. Let's pause it for a second. Let's go inside the cabin. I don't know why it wasn't, let's see here. There we go. That's what I wanted. And let's have some fun. Alrighty guys, that's gonna do it for today. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to hit that like button below, help with the YouTube algorithm, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you get notified when I go live and when I upload new videos. And if you can, support me by hitting that join button below. Get access to Flight Club only Discord. This livery for this aircraft is including emojis and icons next to your name during live streams. Thanks so much for watching guys, and I'll see you guys next time up in the sky.